because we can talk about that and maybe why that happened. Genesis?
In the beginning part, like after I listened to it again, I had jams.
You had jams?
Yeah. And then in the very beginning, I had a B instead of a J.
Okay, so she had jams. Now, was there anyone else who had something different? Arlo?
I had O-Y-E. So I got the I-M, I had the Y there. O, I had, and the J, I had.
Okay, I want someone to share with us how did our messages come out differently? How did we get different messages than one another? Griffin?
Because we use different dots. We had different ways, we had different letters and ways that we communicated back and forth to each other.
Okay, Pop class, I can't hear Griffin when he's talking. I'm hearing side conversations. Okay, so us as you're saying that we had a different message than Miss Jill's classroom?
Yeah, but they send like different letters in different ways that they send.
Right. So us in this room, how did we receive different messages? So I know that some people had Jumbo, but then some people accidentally had other letters in there. Gianna?
At first, sometimes the stomps, sometimes they would be out of order. At first, sometimes you might have thought they were out of order, like someone would stomp and then another person would stomp. You would think there would be like two stomps, but it actually meant to be one stomp.
Right.
Or it was, or you could have heard it wrong.
Can someone respond to Gianna? Please respond to Gianna. Joel?
I think it's true to say that we can all mess up with code,
Okay.
but not every time we make it right.
Could someone respond to either Gianna's statement or Joel's statement? Arlo?
I agree with Joel that no one's perfect and they can always mess up. And plus, usually in normal Morse code, there would only be one person working. But when we have a group of people, sometimes we're out of order, so it can kind of sound like, let's say it was only supposed to be 3 stomps, then it kind of sounded like 4 stomps. Everybody did 3 stomps, but then someone accidentally stopped out of the turn, and it sounded like 4 stomps.
Right, so am I phrasing this correctly, Arlo? Are you saying that everyone had to be on the same exact beat? Yeah. Yes, you had to be very coordinated? Yes, Owen?
I have something to add on to Arlo. So, I do agree with you, but, Karen, okay. I can't remember.
Okay. Genesis?
I agree with Gianna, Jill, and Arlo because you have to understand that Morse code and coding in general are all very hard because, like, there were a few flops there. That's why we had to do it a few times over because they might have added an extra stop on accident or clapped too many times. So you have to be very coordinated and precise.
Right. Okay, Owen, did you remember what you were saying?
Yes. It's like what Arlo said. So there's 4. Let's say there's 4 people in a group, and 3 of them stop the first stomp, and then 4 of them stop the next stomp, and they all do the next stomp, and then so let's say there's like 3 stomps, so that would be the 3rd stomp. But let's say the last person who did started on the 2nd beat, he'd go one more time, so then it's a 3 stomps, it would be 4 stomps.
Okay. Now, I want you to think about how this relates to what we have been talking about in science. So, I want you to turn knees to knees, please. How does this relate to what we have been talking about in science?
No, you're not.
Okay, and so what have we been talking about in the science unit?
Yeah, I'm trying to wait up place and wait then the ocean will be answers the question. If there's a wave here and how does the sound you can use science to figure it out somehow.
What does sound waves have to do with what we did today?
Two waves so close together, but then two waves like this, and the waves will not explode. It will take over the other waves. Well, tsunamis is created like a very fast giant wave. Well, it would take over the wave. No. Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, knees to me. Knees to me. I will wait until all students are knees to me. I see one student who is sitting quietly, knees to me. 2 students looking at me. Remember, this is a walkway. Okay, so Julian, you'll have to come back here for Griffin. I want to hear what you and your partner discussed. T, what did you talk about? How does this relate to science, what we've been talking about?
I said, he said that it relates to sounds. I said that science, that we are studying sound waves, and since we use codes, sound waves is codes, so it's considered science.
So what were we doing to create sound waves then, T?
We were stopping and clapping.
We're stomping and clapping, right? And those were causing sound. Now I can hear other people talking when I'm asking a question to somebody, and it's harder for me to hear that person talking, and it's harder for them to concentrate on what they're saying. I want someone to respond to what T just said. Julian, what did T just say, or what? Can you respond to him in some way?
I agree with T, and I would add that that when you were making the sound, either our hands or our bones, they would be traveling, like bouncing off the walls into the fields.
Right, so the sound waves were actually traveling, and then they heard them. And remember when we talked about sound waves, I remember that some students said that when you hear a sound wave, some other sorts of sound waves are happening. What's happening after a sound wave occurs? Macy?
Like Gianna said, she said that, and me and her both agreed on this, that when our class is a little louder, like when we're making those noises, I bet Miss Jill's class could probably hear, and I heard them a little bit when they were doing it. And also, she made a comment that, did you read about it? She knew about it, but this girl, she can't hear or see, but she can feel. She read about it. She can feel vibration, so she knows like.
So remember when we watched that video, so Macy, am I correct in saying that Gianna had read something about a girl who was visually impaired? She couldn't see, she could not hear, but she could feel the vibrations of the sound? When we watched a video up here, we watched a video of sound waves affecting something. What were the sound waves affecting in the video that we watched? Ethan?
The glass.
The glass. What were they doing to the glass?
Was shaking the glass.
It was shaking the water. Right, and then the water was moving. So if I go to a concert and I put my hand on the stage, do you think I could feel the sound? Yeah, and it would probably be a very big vibration.
And you a laundry.
Sometimes when you're in an audience, in a theater, you can feel the vibrations of the music on your feet. Okay? So those are some of the ways that sound waves are going to affect what we are doing. And today we use sound waves to do what?
Send a message.
Just send a message in Morse code. If you have not filled out the bottom part of the sheet, that is going to be due at the end of the day today. I need it turned in from everyone.
The code for it? What if we don't have?
You do not, oh wait, I'll wait for voices.
I like this.
You only need to do the decoding part and the actual question. Don't do the 3 sentences unless you've already started, or if you have time, once you finish your work. So right now, you are released back to your work spot.
I want to talk. You may want to.
Oh, wait, okay.